Hey, Royaire. You on mute?
Good evening, Auntie Diva. How you doing?
How you doing? Listen, y'all don't judge us. We a few minutes late, but we in the building. We here.
We are here, okay?
We here for this, Mary.
As long as y'all are here at 6 p.m. sharp, that's all that matters. We gonna show up, okay? We gonna show up.
In the building. We in the building.
Excuse me.
This is Married to Medicine recap with Royaire and Diva. Please, guys, don't forget we stream on both channels. So when we do these recasts, sometimes I'm the host, sometimes Royaire is the host, but regardless, we just ask y'all because we are really working hard, okay, to grow our channels. So let the people know about us, okay, because we be doing our thing with the recap. We really
be doing it.
We be looking. We be writing down the details so that we can get this thing straight and come to y'all with the truth as we see it. So please let the people know that we out here doing recaps and they need to come through and stop by, okay? They could go to Royaire's channel, they could go to my channel, they could go to whatever channel, but just put a like on both channels, okay? Because that's what we need y'all to do. But we see y'all and we know y'all supporting us.
We see each other. Yes, we see each other, okay?
So we really appreciate y'all and thank you so much for coming through and supporting us. We truly appreciate it. So hit that like button, okay? So listen, guys, we here for the recap of Married to Medicine. Royaire and Diva. This is season 11, episode 15, Duchess Toya and her royal court, okay? And it was Sweet Tea and Dr. G versus everybody.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm. And before you get into it, because you're going to open us up, right, Royaire? Before you get into it, I do want to say this. For it to be the season finale,
do better, Married to Medicine.
Do better. And guess what? Yes, y'all needed Phaedra. Y'all can act like all of that are what you want, but without Phaedra, Go ahead, you can talk.
Yes, well, like Diva said, we are here to recap Married to Medicine. We have been recapping quite a few shows. We have done Real Housewives of Potomac. We are doing Atlanta as well. We've done the Braxtons. We've done quite a few shows. So just to make you familiar, we are live, as Diva said, on both channels. Make sure you go to Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. Hit that like button and subscribe. We also have goals going on our channel. So if you would like to give, feel free to give a super chat. I am trying to meet a goal of 5 super chats this on tonight for my birthday celebration month for me and Diva. So she has goals as well. So, we come on here every night to entertain, laugh, have fun with you guys. So support our channels, help us grow. When you give, that helps us to do more with our channels. I'm just going to be real, Auntie. It costs for us to live stream. We got to pay a monthly fee and all of that. So feel free to give. You don't have to, but feel free to do so. We would totally appreciate it. Married to Medicine. I was impressed the way we started off.
Yes.
And then it took me for a downfall. It just took me for a downfall. Mm-hmm. And I think more so because instead of really doing the medicine of it all, we did a lot of messiness of it all. That's what it really was. There was no real medicine going on. There was no real marriage going on, with anybody pretty much. I mean, it was just a lot of mess this season. And, I thought maybe that Mimi and Steve were going to kind of come in and kind of help even the playing field, but they just made it even more messy. 2 horrible friends that I would never want to call a friend on a show. 2 horrible friends, both of them. None, I mean, there was just... They didn't come in and do what they were supposed to do the way that they were introduced to us. The way that I took it, they were supposed to come in and kind of be the middleman to kind of level everybody and hold everybody accountable for the things that everybody is doing. And that's not what happened at all. Y'all came in, y'all got bamboozled and fell into just do what everybody else is doing. And it showed. It really showed. But like Diva said, Married to Medicine, our season finale, Duchess Toya and her royal court. So, as we were last week, Toya and Eugene, they have been married for 16 years now. They're celebrating their 16-year anniversary. And so they wanted to do a Georgiaton theme, okay? And so we open up this episode with the Georgiaton news, okay? We are, told that Duchess Toya and her annual ball is here to, entertain the Georgian people, okay? We go through some triumphs. We have some turmoils throughout this season, and they kind of break things down. We talk about Contessa and Heavenly coming back together and trying to, make amends to their horrible relationship that has transpired through the past couple of years. Lady Phaedra and Lady Heavenly have also fallen out, and Phaedra feels she has knives in her back from her friend group that she was trying to bring together through their tumultuous situations as well. We have an epic battle between the Lunsfords and the House of Webb. As Quad was very interested in being at Letitia's bridal shower and giving her a gift and wanting to come to the wedding and be supportive. But then this season, as soon as King came along, she wanted nothing to do with Lady Lunsford. So, that kind of broke down everything that was really going on major in this season with the ladies. So Toya, sits at her home to invite over her party planners to kind of plan out the final, things that are going to go on with this royal ball that they are having. So, Toya says, they're celebrating 16 years. They want tonight to be all about love. This is a love story. This is a love engagement. Her and Eugene have been through some ups and downs, some ins and outs, close to divorce, but they are still here together. And this is what real hard work in a marriage looks like for 16 years. Okay. Toya and Eugene, they beat the odds, Toya said. A lot of people don't make it this far, but they beat the odds coming from, I don't want to say nothing, but coming from nothing and building their world to where they are today. It's a beautiful thing. So Toya wanted to keep a budget of under $25,000. Okay. You think she stayed under?
It didn't even look like 25K.
Oh my God. Okay. She wanted to see greenery. Did you see greenery?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
She wanted to have a big themed room. She wanted to have a couple of themed rooms. Did you see the themed rooms?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
She wanted to be true Victorian era. Did you receive true Victorian era? Okay. And y'all in the comment section, as I'm running these things off, y'all let us know as well. Did you see the greenery? Did you see $25,000 worth of a party? The themed rooms, did you see that? Let us know down in the comment section as we're having this conversation. She wanted Bridgerton vibes all the way. It's what she wanted. That's what she was looking for. I did see that Candy said that Shamia and Portia were not in a good place right now. So we'll have to address this next week for our recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Thank you, Lorraine B. We'll remember this. Married to Mess, literally. That's what this show should be called.
They try too hard.
Yes, they are. And it's so unauthentic. So unauthentic. Horse and carriages, champagne. She wanted a food spread. She just wanted to give Bridgerton vibes, but call it Georgiaton. Let's see. There was asked, does there need to be security there? Toya said, of course, there definitely needs to be security there. We have people who just can't seem to get along right now. And so, we need to have security on deck just in case something goes down. The party planners, they seem very excited and seem like that they are able to get this job done. So that was that. I'm gonna throw this scene in just as well, just because it was a quick scene with Letitia and Greg going to lunch together. They said that they haven't had a lot of time to spend together, but it was nice to kind of have some them time together with the two of them. Greg feels really hurt by the group. He does not feel that his friends in this group, aka Scott and Cecil, really supported him through all of the things that kind of happened on this trip down at Key West. They wanted to go to Toya's party, but they're unsure of how they're going to be able to go if Quad and King are going to be there as well. You know, she did say that Toya did really ask her to come. She really wants them to be there to support their 16 years, you know, and to be a part of the group. But it was something that they would have to think about. You know, Letitia did share that she feels mistreated. You know, she feels treated unfairly by this group based off of decisions that men in the group made, specifically King and Greg. She just feels like she's stuck in the middle and she didn't choose to be here. Greg's whole issue is respect. This was not about pride. This was not
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Come on.
Find out what you mean to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Take care of me, baby. Wow. Put some respect on Greg.
My name.
Dr. G, okay? Dr. Greg Lunsford, okay?
Come on now.
Not King that rent the cars. Ciao, bye.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he said this is all about respect. Greg said, you know, sometimes he's glad to be a part of this group. Sometimes he's not glad. He doesn't really know what to do, and he doesn't know whether to stay or leave. But he knows for sure he does not feel respected, and he does not feel that this group is really, you know, taking this situation serious enough.
So listen, the little snippets at the beginning and telling all the rife and stripy between everybody was cute. It was cute.
It was nice.
I like the way I did like. I like the way they did that, how they introduced us to that scene. I said, okay, all right, this is cute, right? When Toya meet with the party planners, first of all, I do want to give it up to the Toya and Dr. Eugene. 16 years is no joke. When you got the people now, because of the social media, they married with kids and they in people's DMs talking about you look good, can we meet up? When you got all of that going on, one thing I could say for sure about Eugene and Toya, Eugene loved him some Toya.
Yes.
And I don't care who tried to come at Dr. Eugene. He ain't going to give you no time of day. There are some men that just really legit love their wife and will never cheat. And so I feel like Dr. Eugene is one of those where he ain't cheating on Toya, and that's his boo, and he love her to death. And that's what I love about those two is for thick and thin, for better or for worse, they hung in there. They hung in there through a tax bill, and Eugene had to work 9,000 hours day and night.
Look, Toya had to bill you $100,000 to the IRS.
Yes, he does. He loves her dirty drawers. He had to work day and night to pay off that tax bill. They done been through 7 houses, purchased.
Remember when they lost that $30,000 in that one house they was trying to buy? They lost it wouldn't do escrow or something like that.
Yeah, they've been through it. And to God be the glory, they are still together. Come on.
To God be the glory for all the things he's done.
Ooh, child. He loved him some Toya.
Yes.
And so, 16 years, and she talked about how Dr. G and, Sweet Tea didn't RSVP yet. And they kill me with everybody's this Quad and King, who they just met yesterday. It's just stupid. Dumb. If I had a group of friends, and I've been in this friend group forever, and then some new person comes in, and you choosing that person over me, that's messed up. That's messy. It's low down dirty. Now that's low down and dirty.
Low down dirty individual. Shame low down dirty individual.
I'm gonna have to use that on somebody. You a low down, dirty individual. That's why I can't do this with you right here. A low down, dirty individual. Okay, so that's low down and dirty. So I thought it was cute. The lunch between Sweet Tea and Dr. G. You know, no matter what we want to say about Dr. G, about him being, emotionally immature and stuff like that. One thing I will say for sure, I feel like Sweet Tea is his person. Mm-hmm. You know, Sweet Tea and him, that's his match. Yeah. She loves her husband. He loves her. I thought it was a cute scene together. And they could gaslight us all they want. Nobody's going to convince me that Dr. G was the one that was wrong in this situation. Quad egged this on from the beginning. If they do a recap of the season, every single time she had a scene with King, she was saying, "Oh, my ex-husband gonna be there. You gonna be okay? Oh, my ex-husband. I have seen no scene where Dr. G and Sweet Tea and he was like, "Oh, my ex-wife is gonna be there." You planted a seed. So Quad planted this seed in King. And the littlest thing, the seed got watered and watered by her all day long in every single scene. And then it flourished. It grew by the time he was in the scene with Dr. G. That's all Quad's fault. Yeah. Because I would be telling my man, listen, we good. He's married now. The past is the past. I can move on because we in this group. You understand what I'm saying? Quad was messy. King was messy. And I totally connect to Sweet Tea and Dr. G. So, you know, their little luncheon was good. And I understand him. He said, I don't feel comfortable either way. I don't feel comfortable leaving because he felt like this is my space. They invited me back. This is my home. These my road dogs. Then he said, I don't feel comfortable staying. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the guys just want me to drop this. But I am 10 toes down. If this happened to one of the guys, they wouldn't want to just drop it either. No. And they would be mad if everybody was Team King. And that's a point blank in the period. That's all I got for those scenes.
I'm here for Emmanuel every single scene.
Every single scene.
About that man.
Yes, she did.
About that man. Yep. And what's so mind-blowing to me was last season, you were so glad that he was getting married. You were so happy for Letitia and King. Mm-hmm. Greg, you were at the you showed up to the wedding shower. I mean, you just doing the most. You doing all of this.
You wore her lingerie.
All of this stuff. And in my opinion, said it best. To me, where she went completely left is when you talking about throwing them a baby shower and they need to be having sex more if they're going to be trying to have a baby. Ma'am, so nasty, so rude, and none of your damn business. That's none of your business what they got going on. If you and King is doing it 14, 15 times a week, that's beautiful. You ain't pregnant, so what's the problem?
And when she came to her her bridal shower, she bought her lingerie. Now all of a sudden they the devil. Quad, miss us with the nonsense.
Miss us with the BS. Miss us with it. You know, I totally, completely respect and understand what Letitia was saying when she feels she said she feels untreated in this group. She feels that she's constantly stuck in the middle between siding with her husband and siding with the group, or trying to make the group happy and maybe not making Greg happy. You know, there's constantly a space that she can never be in and anybody be satisfied with it. And I have a problem with that, especially for these to be grown women who are in marriages for 10 plus years already. Y'all already know how difficult marriage is. You know how hard it is. So why would you all, as grown women who have been married for long enough, who have been on the brink of divorce, why would y'all not want to uplift and support this new marriage that's on the block instead of tearing it down every second that you guys get for a friendship that y'all wasn't even trying to kick it with just 2 and 3 years ago? None of y'all was rocking with Quad. Not a one. Not Jackie Walters. You was one of the first people that was ready to throw Quad to the side. Not Simone. Heavenly, all of a sudden you started to come around to Quad and talk about how wrong y'all did her and all of this stuff. But where was this conscience when all of this was going on? I can't understand it. I really, really don't understand it. I totally agree with Greg when he said that he does not feel respected in this group. I don't see no respect for you or anybody else either. So I really can't say that they not respecting you because they don't respect themselves. To allow what went down to go down, y'all obviously can't respect yourselves. None. There was no need for King to go back and have another conversation with Greg after you've already addressed them. When you was the very one to say, King, if we have an issue, pick up the phone and call me. Why you couldn't pick up the phone and call Greg after the first conversation y'all had to address if you felt like that it wasn't addressed enough or whatever the situation may be? Why ruin the whole trip and none of the men even stopped to try to do anything to stop it? Dr. Damon, I've lost all respect for you, all of it. Because you just sat back and let all of this go down and you're siding with King as if he was just so innocent. But we're going to address those things in a moment. But those are my thoughts and opinions, on all of that. Like you said, congratulations to Toya and Eugene. It is a beautiful thing. 16 years, they're two boys. We have seen them on the brink of divorce. The last the last 2 seasons, they weren't really doing too well, in their marital place. I think the financial woes in the previous seasons caused a lot of issues. So it's a beautiful thing to see them here and to, be able to afford to have this type of event, knowing everything that they've had to go through in the past financially. So shout out to them. I love it.
Yeah.
So we are going to move into party day. It is the day of the party, the Georgiaton special, okay? Toya is taking a tour of the building that they hosted this event at. Let's see. We have a food tasting table. We have 16 hard, drawn out years of love, laughter, and inspiration that they're bringing together. They have horse and carriages, and so some of their guests start getting ready to, come to the show. So Jackie and Curtis, they seem excited. They're in the closet. Jackie's, trying to fit Curtis into his little neck, whatever thing he had going on. Jackie doesn't know what era she's in. She talking about, is this the Elizabethan era that we going to the party of? I'm like, this is what I be talking about. You got these doctor degrees, but you're so damn dumb and ignorant and everything else. It's called the Victorian era. I would think that somebody like Jackie would know this. She's the oldest of the group, but whatever. So they're getting ready. Heavenly and Damon, they're in their room practicing their dance moves. Damon just can't get it together. Heavenly said, Daddy, don't worry about it. If you ain't got it, just follow me. I'm going to always make sure we good. So they're doing that. We have Scott, trying on some outfits. Now, Scott's first outfit looked like he was a Prince man, okay? He was going to a Prince concert. That was hilarious to me with his purple suit. And then his second one was an all-white Elvis outfit. So I was like, he don't know if he want to be Prince or Elvis for this thing. But they were, getting ready and trying to make their outfits work for each other. And then we go to Eugene and Toya. Eugene and Toya are getting ready. Now, Toya feels like, she was really excited about this 20th century high class society event. She said that she should have lived in this era. She should have been, a Duchess at this time. She would have been the perfect Duchess, and she just really enjoys watching Bridgerton and dressing up and coming to life in these moments. Now, Eugene had to kind of check Toya and let her know that, Bridgerton is, a story that is written by Shonda Rhimes and her team. This is not a real life thing that has happened, so he had to bring her on back down to earth where she belongs. But, Toya says she wants everybody to show up. She wants everybody to, get along. Unfortunately, she is going to have to split the time. If Letitia and Greg show up, they will have to stay for a certain amount of time, and then Quad and King will show up for their time. She said that she don't want Eugene doing too much with his broke foot, so just come in, do the best you can, honey, and let's move on. Eugene feels that, everybody should be able to show up and be grown and mature and handle, the times that we are together. If you can't do that, then you don't need to be a part of this group. That's what Eugene feels, okay? And then I'll stop here and then we can move on. Quad and King had a scene together. I didn't say nothing about that. I literally wrote on my paper, blah, blah, blah. So if you're more than welcome to.
Listen, you know, the whole getting ready together was cute, right? Let me tell you, I don't like the way Dr. Jackie portrays herself in these scenes, right? But the moment with her and Curtis, I thought was cute. And there are another couple where I said to myself, you know, I'm glad they survived this because Jackie, she really does love Curtis. Curtis, I go in and out of, and maybe, you know, everybody is not comfortable with the TV. You understand what I'm saying, being filmed. So I guess I'll give you know, Curtis a little break, but there's a lot of scenes, you know, over the past years where I felt like Curtis just wasn't showing Jackie the love. I just didn't feel no love there, right? So, but the scene with them was cute and everybody practicing their dance was cute. I'm not in love with Dr. Hemley or Dr. Damon. So when they showed them, I was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, and we'll probably get to this. When they got dressed, right? When they got dressed, their outfits were cute. I felt like they were very close to the theme and everything. They look good. Matter of fact, they look better than the honorees, Toya and Dr. Eugene. Yeah, Toya and Dr. Eugene's outfit was a whole hot mess. But you know, I thought it was pretty cool. Let me see who else I need to talk about that guy just Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon, Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott. I thought that was nice, a cute little scene. And he was funny when he had on a purple. I will say this, they're another couple where we kind of seen a full circle moment, right? Because they went through it too. And they went through it really, really bad. So to see them where they're at now, I think it's a nice thing. It's a great thing. And I feel the love there. I feel the love and the funness.
The connection. I definitely feel that.
Yeah. And so I'm glad that they also had a full circle moment and got through the bad time period in their life. So I'm glad about that. Like you said with Keen and Quad, and they still talking about Greg. I will say this. He said Greg's erratic behavior. I was like, King, what the heck are you talking about? Kid, Greg started the fight. King, you took off your shirt and you was running after him. King, I'm going to need them to roll back the footage for you. I really am. Because you acting like, you know, you was just so innocent in this situation. I'm not, you know, I'm not feeling King. I'm not. I can't do it with him. I really can't.
I couldn't even write out notes for that scene because I watched it on Sunday, like we normally watch our recaps on Sunday, and then we rewatch them. I couldn't even rewatch the rewatch because I was just like, this is so stupid, so petty. Like, y'all are not even willing to take accountability, like you said, for the parts that y'all played in it.
Right.
Because Greg is not completely innocent. He did play a part in this as well, but Quad and King are just making it seem like they sat back and Greg just went off, like he just decided to go off, like explode at the moment. Like, that's not how that happened. But yeah, I was just like, blah blah blah. Like I wrote on the page.
Yeah, I was like, they doing too much, and for them to really think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was like, I'm not doing this with them. But yeah, but it was cute pocket scenes, and I was here for it.
Yes, I love our pocket scenes with Married to Medicine. They're always pretty good. That's what keeps us around. So yes. Listen, everybody, we are live on both channels. We thank each and every one of you for joining us. I see a couple of more people are popping in, so welcome. Make sure you hit that like button on both channels, Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, and make sure you subscribe as well. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining us. And if you can do us one more favor, share this live with anybody that watches Married to Medicine. Share them and let them know that we are live with our final recap of the season finale. So we are at our Georgiaton event finally. Eugene and Toya arrive in their horse and carriage. And so, like you said, Eugene and Toya, I noticed that they did do an outfit change, but I think they could have did a lot better with their first outfit. It looked just like nothing. I just, for 16 years, y'all was supposed to be boom, banging, banging. Like, I don't know what was going on, but yes. So Mimi and Steve show up, and they come in. They look pretty good together. Simone and Cecil, they come in their Cinderella carriage. Now Simone looked like she was going to a quinceañera.
She did.
Okay.
But Simone never get the dressing right.
Yeah, she's not ever the dress up girl at all. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of in the front hall of the event, doing cocktail hour. And so Eugene and Simone and the Mimi and Steve, they're all standing together talking. They greet one another. Simone says, Sir Limpola, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And so Simone said that, Eugene looks like the queen been beating up on him. He looks great. This is, their normal look. So he looks good. Jackie and Curtis show up. They look pretty nice together. I enjoyed their outfit. Contessa and Scott. I thought Contessa's dress was beautiful. I really, really like Contessa's dress as well. We're at the reception area. We're just kind of having chit-chat, little conversation. Everybody's kind of questioning if Quad and King are coming or Greg and Letitia coming. Who's coming? Who's not coming? What's going on? And so we finally see that Greg and Letitia, they are preparing to pull up onto the show, okay? So as they are pulling up, Mimi says, well, here comes the mess. And I said, this trick.
Woo!
She's something. She's something else.
That's before this check, are we? That's before this check, are we?
It's given I don't have anything and I need something. It's giving my practice is not doing well. It's giving my husband's retirement money is not enough and he need to go back to work.
Come on now.
It's giving desperation.
Yeah.
Toya was super excited that, Eugene and Letitia decided to come and support her. She definitely thanked them for coming, and glad that they would come. Letitia says that, the girls are still the same. She does have a couple of friends or good relationships in this group that she still showed up for, and so she was glad to be here to support Toya. As the ladies are standing, kind of together talking, someone comes in and decides to pass out Lady Truel's talk of the week, okay? And so this pamphlet that was passed around had a lot of, good tea in it. It talked about, heavily in her mean girl ways, how she's supposed to be the relationship expert, but she's constantly tearing down marriages and the possible affairs that may be going on in her marriage. It talked about, the cast throwing aside Letitia and Greg, because of certain situations that happened, within the season. It talked about people obsessing with King and wanting to be all about King and Quad, and they are the it crew. It talked about Curtis having his hands wrapped around Heavenly's hip on a trip out in Jamaica, I believe it was. And Miss Jackie had some questions in the confessional. What was you doing with your hands wrapped around Heavenly's hip in Jamaica? Oh, I don't know. I didn't even notice it. I never noticed that I had my hand on her hip. Just dumb. It was just, I was just like, okay. So, that went around. Most of the ladies were not able to see what was being said because they didn't have their reading glasses. So, of course, Letitia and Contessa had to do most of the reading for the senior saints who could not read it. At the end of that, Jackie ripped up the letter and Toya threw it to the side. So that was that. Simone and Contessa, they kind of pulled Letitia to the side and was like, so are you going to stay? What are you going to do? She said, well, unfortunately, we have to go because, the Webbs, Quad, Webb, and King are showing up. And so, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave the event early. So they ended up leaving the event early so that Quad and King could show up. So your thoughts on those first couple of parts?
Well, you know what? Like I said, the outfits, with the outfits, Mimi is messy. I officially don't like her. and they could come back for what? I don't know. I'd rather Sweet Tea and Dr. G. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Right. So, but there were some people who got those outfits right, and there was some who got them wrong. Definitely, Dr. Simone. She looked like she was going to a Sweet 16 or a Sweet 15. I was like, come on, girl. But she never gets it right. Even at the reunions, you be looking at her outfit like, what the heck? Yeah, so she needs a better stylist. And listen, she got enough money and she been on there long enough. Come on, Simone. I need you to get this together. The letters from Sweet Tea, it fell flat. And I like Sweet Tea. It was no bombshell. It was no like, oh my God. If you're gonna come there, and especially because you only got an hour, you had a time slot on which you can be there. You had a window. So if you're gonna come through and this is the final episode of the season, you need to come through with dropping bombs in this thing.
Yes.
And then you exit the building. That's why they need Phaedra.
Yes.
Phaedra would have had that thing. It would have been a whole bomb drop.
A whole moment. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Would have been dropping to the floor left and right. Okay.
That part. Yeah. She said, I thought the whistle down newsletter was cute. This was a big part of Bridgestone's surprise. Toya missed this key component with all the planning. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was a cute idea. I just think it fell flat. I was like,
I don't know if you see Letitia's review, but when she was talking about she was trying to get Phaedra to come and do it, if Phaedra would have showed up and did that's how you leave a show. You come in and just boom.
It would have been cute.
It would have been hot, but she did what she could do for what it was. So
yeah, she tried. Yeah, so that's but other than that, I mean, I thought it was those scenes, it was what it was. I was underwhelmed with the whole episode, if the truth be told.
I was as well. It was giving boring.
Yeah.
It was giving that nobody else had anything authentic to talk about, so we just might as well do this. Like,
yeah, I was like, okay. Yeah.
Well, so going into the second half of Georgiaton, we have Heavenly and Damon. They show up, and Heavenly shows up as young Queen Charlotte. And so after they show up, the royal court is introduced. We are getting the party started to go into the main event. So the royal court is Simone and Cecil, of course, with Mimi and Steve. We have contestants Scott, Jackie, and Curtis, Heavenly, and Dr. Damon. I really like Heavenly in real life when I met her. Like, she's super cool, super dope. But her coming into this scene, just cussing and fussing and just doing the most. It was just like, you ruin everything that you come into. Like, it just, the vibes and the energy was just so up and good. And it's like, when she came in, it just like, the bottom fell out of the bottom of the party. Like, it was just like, here we go. So she cursing, who the F put these big old steps here, and this is too much, and don't catch me, Damon, and slow down, and just doing
get up.
Bravo season is funny, but it's not funny anymore. It's just like it's ghetto. Like, we no. So, Quad and King come in together, and so then we introduced and Simone is always shouting out King. Yes, King. Ma'am, you're married. Stop
that part.
How about Cecil's little friend come down? Cecil's about what's her name? I can't even think of it.
Don't do that. I forgot. She would die. Because remember, she was losing it when she would die.
So you chill out, ma'am, and stop hyping up over all these men.
Yeah.
Tammy.
Yes. Tammy. Yeah.
Come on, Tammy. You look good.
Exactly.
Stop it. Now, side note, we met Simone being a little handsy and touchy because, she had that situation when she was dancing all up on Eugene, you know, and Toya was telling her back up off her man. Maybe the both of y'all are a little too friendly when it comes to the couples.
Just a little bit.
Cecil gets a little too excited about Quad too. So Toya, you know, and Eugene, they finally come on into the party. Toya is the adult version of Queen Charlotte, and Eugene is the Dutch Eugene. Sir Eugene. So they come on in. Toya, you know, thanked Quad and King for showing up. She said she really appreciated them coming. They were sad that unfortunately Phaedra was unable to make it. They did show us a little clip of, you know, the ladies, I believe it was Simone, Contessa, and Mimi trying to convince Phaedra to come to the event, you know, but Phaedra said she's done with y'all. You know, y'all let Heavenly run everything and be that girl. Y'all can keep her being that girl, but I will not be that girl who tolerates it. You know, they said Heavenly is not the queen of this group, but y'all continuously still bow down to everything she does and accepts the mess that she continues to create in the group. And then y'all stand back and like, oh, we didn't even see this happening. We don't know how this happened. Like, no, y'all know what's up. Phaedra says she's too good for y'all games. Goodbye. Okay. So she did not show up. Let's see. Simone and Contessa, you know, they talk about, you know, Simone more so says that she's glad Contessa's back. You know, she's happy for her to be there, which was very odd to me because just a couple of earlier this season, you know, she seemed like she didn't care for Contessa to be there. She was not real friends with Contessa, making it seem like that her and Heavenly were closer than she was. So it's just this continued back and forth flip-flop with Simone. It just always throws me with this group. Like, pick a side and stay on it. You friends with Letitia and then you're not friends with Letitia. You cool with Toya and then you're not cool with Toya. You know, it just, it's always back and forth, up and down. I don't like it. So Duke Eugene comes and addresses everyone. He addresses the crowd. And so he thanks everybody for coming. He says that, you know, him and Toya on tomorrow, they will be married for 16 years, but they really met 18 years ago today. Eugene was finishing up school in Georgia. He said it was some beautiful women in Atlanta back then, and he was determined to find his queen. Well, he ended up moving on to Michigan, and so in Michigan, he found his queen, Lady Duchess Toya, and it has been love, laughter, and excitement ever since.
Come on now.
He's so glad to be with her. He's glad that she chose him and he chose her. And these 16 years have been nothing but amazing for Eugene. You know, Toya says, thank you so much. I love you, honey. You know, and they sharing their moment together of just celebrating them and, you know, thanking everyone for coming out and celebrating their 16 years. Contessa and Heavenly, they're having a little bite to eat together. And so Heavenly's crown keeps kind of falling off. And so Contessa decides to adjust Heavenly's crown. And she said, that's what we do. Queens adjust each other's crowns. So they have their little fake ass, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Y'all.
Woo, child. Come on now. Talk about it.
So, you know, the men are all standing together. Now, I kind of missed out on this. Sorry, you guys. Earlier when Eugene was here, Eugene decided that he was not going to move on with filing charges with the police in regards to this situation. He decided that he's going to trust the group and let the group work out everything between the group, okay? So, you know, Curtis meets up with all of the men. Damon and King were not a part of that conversation because they had not arrived yet. So he updated Damon and King, letting them know that Greg has decided not to press charges and that they're going to work everything out amongst the group. Now, you know, that still didn't seem to satisfy Damon according to the look that he made when that comment was made. You know, he seems like he just wants Greg completely out the group. Okay. King seemed that he did not really care whether or not Greg, you know, addressed it or not either. He said that he ain't got no issues. It is what it is. He's over it. As far as King's concerned, this was all Greg's fault. Greg started all of this, and so Greg needs to be the one to fix it. Anything so far that you would like to talk about before I kind of move into the last part of this?
You can move into the last part,
Okay.
and I'll lump it all together.
Okay. The ladies come together, and so Simone is having a conversation, with Quad. And so, she has shared that Greg and Letitia have decided to move on and to, let the group handle this and see where things go. And, she wanted to know if there was any kind of space in Quad's heart, mind, and spirit that she would be able to share, a space with Greg and Letitia in peace. And Quad immediately said uninterested. And so, we kind of jumped back to the men. King said that he does not have a problem with Greg. Greg is the one with the problem, but he is open to having a conversation. Toya, we jump back to the ladies. And so Toya said, well, now at this point, we feel like that you're still asking us to choose, and we don't want to have to choose. Quad said, you don't have to choose. Just make the right decision. Toya said, what about forgiveness? Quad said, if I'm not the one, it's cool. Now, everybody, mark Sunday as the date that Quad said it was not cool. It's cool if everybody chooses not to choose her. Now, these are Quad's words now. These were Quad's words. Because Quad loves to jump back later on or go forward in the future and forget what she says. So Quad said if they don't choose her, she will be okay. So Quad, if they don't choose you next season, same energy and be okay. Don't run out in the YouTube streets, the Instagram streets, and any other street all mad and upset because they didn't choose you. You gave us permission not to choose you. And I choose not to choose Quad. Bye, Quad. We don't want you. Now, Toya said, we don't want to go through all of this again. This is just too much. Simone said we're back at being a fractured group. Quad said, every time I turn around, y'all say one thing and then y'all do another. It's not okay for him to be a part of this group after what he's done. Heavenly says she's right. He does not need to be a part of this group. And any man that don't stand up the way King stood up for them is a biatch. Okay? That's what Heavenly said. So we pretty much end the season on still not knowing whether or not Letitia and Greg are in the group, whether or not Quad and King are in the group. We don't know whether or not, well, I've had a little birdie said in there live that King did not show up for the conversation that the men were supposed to have. So obviously King ain't really here for this no way either. So this is just a mess. This was a mess.
A hot, stinking mess. You know what? I felt King was full of it from the door anyway.
I did too.
Okay. At first I was like him. Then I was like, I see you. I see King. Yeah, everybody's saying bye, King and Quad. Quad is full of crap because Quad was on when they kicked out the group the first time or whatever time that was, just last season. Quad was on Carlos King couch crying and didn't know why and thought it was so wrong and so messed up and yada, yada, who. Because she knows she need a way to pay that mortgage because how else is she getting her money?
How?
Where's the cookbook?
Where is your scooter?
Where's the cookbook, Royaire? Where's all this other stuff? Where's the doll clothes? Where's all this other stuff she was doing?
I forgot about the little dog line.
Remember the doll clothes? Yeah, no, I ain't forget. So where's all of this stuff at?
And if you want to be married to medicine so bad or a part of the show, she was a pharmacy tech person selling pharmaceutical drugs to different doctors' offices. So go back to doing that.
She's full of crap.
I just like Portia. She don't want to work. She wants somebody to take care of her.
That part. So it's just like, I just felt like, and to say that, okay, what do you call it? To say that, Dr. G this was all on him. No, this is not just all on him. This is not all just on him. This is just a whole hot stinking mess. I think it's real messy. It's just messy. It's just very messy. So, you know, when they talked to Quad and Quad didn't want to have no resolution and she wanted to be all big and bad, talking about, you know, make a decision and choose. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, y'all should make a decision and choose her butt right on up out of there.
Out the door.
Out the door. Goodbye, good riddance, and we'll see you whenever we don't see you. And that's a point blank in a period. So, you know, overall, the whole party was just blah to me. The only thing I liked about it is the fact that they've been married forever.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm just like blah, 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 blah. You know, I thought it was bigger Greg because Greg was seeing where this picture was going. Greg was seeing that pretty much y'all all Team King. So I'll just go ahead. I'm disappointed, but I'll go ahead, give into the greater good, and you know, I'll meet with him. But as you stated, Sweet Tea said, I guess because it wasn't going to be on camera. So that tells you right there, too, that King is full of it. Because it wasn't going to be on camera, King didn't show up. So you didn't want a resolution. You here for the shenanigans. And I want to know, are those two still together this day? Like in real time, is King and Quad still together? So, you know, and like I said, when they spoke to Quad and Quad pretty much was like, make a decision, I was like, wow. I'm not liking Mimi. You know, Mimi is full of it. Mimi came there to get a check. And to know that, you know, we only know this because of Sweet Tea Live, to know that Mimi was trying to do the ultimate setup and you a real doctor and you was going to mess with somebody's mental health by having them come to your office and film with you so you can make the girl look crazy. Shame on you, Mimi. Shame on you. Because why would you play with your license like that? I know I wouldn't. So other than that, Roya, I really ain't got nothing to say because I was like,
yeah. It was boring. It was definitely boring. It was uninteresting. They do got some pictures on here still together, so I guess they still together. But he like, I don't know, like he doesn't have an Instagram, like he's not tagged in anything, and that's always weird to me. Like when you don't tag the person stuff, I don't know. Just you know, I haven't seen any kind of, you know, let me tell you something. If my man had a business, I'm going to be promoting it left and right because guess what? He take care of me too. But I don't see him promote her. I don't see her promoting his business. I don't see him trying to promote his business on here. I mean, I don't see anything that proves that he is anything of substance, you know, to Married to Medicine.
Life.
Yeah, to Married to Medicine. I just don't see it. So yeah, I was just totally uninterested in this episode. I think really because I'm just over, everybody has kind of made the decision to side with Quad and King in this situation. Nobody said, other than Toya on tonight when she said, you know, what about King and what he did? You know, Simone said that he did fall into the trap, in which he did, even if it was a trap that Greg set up. You know, he still fell into it. You decided to take off your shirt, come running and attacking someone. You know, that's assault pretty much. You know, it is what it is. You know,
it is.
Yeah, and you did that. And you cannot be upset because someone followed through with what you did. I mean, you chose an action and Greg gave a response. You know, I just, there were faults on both sides. You know, and in Letitia's live, you know, I hate to keep bringing it up because I know we normally stick to the show.
Well, but you're fine, yeah.
But in her live, she talked about Bravo and HR. I'm starting to question Bravo's HR.
Child.
Bravo, we need to have a conversation.
Do we not?
Because is HR really HRing?
Come on now. Okay. Come on now. Yes. Why they? I'm ready to say it's a negative.
It's giving a no.
It's giving a no.
Giving a no, and it's giving that we are putting people in unhealthy work environments.
Yes, like Nene said. Like Nene said. Oh, like, you know what, Lorraine, you all right. Sweet Tea's fertility journey could have been the medicine this season. Instead, they focus on drama. Many women can relate to this, especially since women are having children late in life. You better talk.
We talking more medicine on Housewives of Atlanta than we are on Married to Medicine.
Ain't that something now? Come on, you better talk. And by the way, which is wild to me, Mia trying to move to Atlanta and get on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I've seen that too. I said, well, Giselle wasn't lying to us after all.
That part. He said, no, they see you on the plane.
In the back of the plane.
That was so shady. That was so shady.
Oh
that was so shady. The back of the plane. Not you broke.
Broke. But this was our recap, our season finale recap of Married to Medicine, season 11, episode 15, Duchess Toya and her royal court. Every episode, we ask that each of you give us, on a scale of 1 to 10, your rating for this episode. 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. We're gonna ask that you leave each of your thoughts, each of your ratings down in the comment section. As we give our final thoughts and our ratings, we will do yours afterwards. So, Auntie, your final thoughts and opinions on this episode.
Emmanuel, you be helping me out. I see a 2. Lady Virgo said a 3.5. I think I'm gonna roll with Lady Virgo, and I'm gonna say a 3.5 because it was trash. Yeah. For it to be the season finale, it was trash.
It's giving end of the show. Like, don't come back.
I don't know where the budget went to for this party because I didn't see it. And the room they gathered in initially, it just looked plain. I was like, where's the decorations? Where's the where's the right? And how you are the guest of honor, you plant this thing and your outfits are the worst. Savannah, the newsletter I thought was whack. I ain't gonna lie with you. I thought it was whack too. And I like Sweet Tea, but I was like, that was an epic fail. The whole thing was an epic fail. Yes, it was a bad season finale. Trash, dreadful. It probably was one of the worst season finales that we have seen yet.
A season finale with no season. How dreadful.
How dreadful. Yeah. How dreadful. It was just, I was like, this ain't what's up.
Yeah. This episode, it was a 2. It was a strong 2.
Yeah.
I'm saying a strong 2.
I ain't mad at you. I'm feeling you. I'm understanding.
How do we have an event for Toya and Eugene? There are no pictures of Toya and Eugene. No family pictures on the walls. No early day pictures. No wedding pictures. Like, we're celebrating Toya and Eugene. Where is Toya and Eugene at? They didn't really give us any kind of follow-up story of what's going on with, I mean, this was a horrible ending. It was horrible. I would be embarrassed to be on this show at this point.
Yeah. Embarrassed because we're doctors. Yes. Embarrassed because Dr. Hemley is doing too much.
Too much.
And all of her after show antics is just.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
Yes. I definitely feel now that a lot of the things she does is just for shot camera value. I really do. I feel like it's for attention. And I don't know. The person that I met in real life is definitely not the person that I see on TV.
You know what, Roya? I can believe that. And I think a lot of them suffer that syndrome because, like, when I saw the scene with Dr. Jackie and Curtis, I thought it was so genuine, so nice.
So real.
But it's like when you see all this other stuff, you like, and I feel like if they give us the real for real, we'll probably love this show even more. Yes. Because I love the scenes with Dr. Heavenly and her sons and
her
dental
son and her children. Yes.
Yeah.
Her and Alora, those scenes were always cute.
Yeah. So, all of this made up stuff now is too much. And to find out that they didn't know Dr. Mimi and Steve, we got pulled with the okie doke. it's just stupid at this point. Because what happens is when you want to introduce like you know them, and then you'll have this quick fallout. We're giving it the side eye. Like, how could you be friends with somebody and do that to them? So I was giving it doesn't help their run on the show. And Bravo need to stop that, right? Because I was giving Mimi the side eye, like, how that quickly you turning on Sweet Tea, but yet you supposed to be Sweet Tea in Greg's friends. And now you talking about here come the mess. But wasn't that your friend? Aren't you a psychiatrist? I don't.
My doctor don't write me no prescription to her, because please don't.
No, I'll pass. I'll go on YouTube and figure out how to solve my problems first. Shall I?
I'll pay y'all $500 before I do that.
Yana, fix your life. I know that's right.
So yes, I'm giving it a 2. Diva, you gave it a 3, right? Or 4?
I gave it a 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
Yeah.
So Savannah is giving it a 3. Kay is giving it a 2. Mr. Haven is giving it a 6. Emmanuel is giving it a 4. Melissa said a 1. That's what I really want to give it, but I'm trying to be nice. Rihanna is giving it a 4.5. Lady Virgo is giving it a 3.5. Angela is giving it a 1. Lorena gave it a 6. Lady Virgo said trash cans. I agree. Katrina's it was boring because y'all it had to be boring because y'all did this in an hour. So okay, yeah, we did do this episode in an hour. So yeah, it was pretty boring. Yes. You gave it a 2, Katrina. Nita gave it a 2. Melissa said trash dreadful. Let's see. I think those were all of the ratings. In my opinion, gave it a 3, and Judy gave it a 2. Well, these are some bad ratings.
Not no bad ratings. Woo, child, but you ain't lying.
Hey,
it's terrible.
It's not looking good for you, Married to Medicine, for season 12. We may have to do a shakeup. We may got to do what we did with Atlanta. We got to take a year off, give us some new people and come back strong, because this ain't it. And I feel like if they would have maybe I feel like they did too many people wrong. They did Rachel wrong. They did Letitia wrong. They, still halfway doing Contessa wrong. I mean, we got too many people that were doing wrong to have any kind of real stability on a friendship level for the show.
I agree.
The men did Greg wrong. Everybody is taking up for King, this man that y'all don't know nothing about.
And didn't show up for the resolution.
Y'all don't even know if the man got a green card. And y'all talking about y'all
here. Don't know if the man is truly single.
Y'all don't know if the man owned a rental car facility.
But he's a stand-up guy. And he ran after this brother so he could beat him down?
A day later.
Let me say this. You think he would have ran after Steve and tried to fight him? I'm going to say no.
You wouldn't have ran after Damon and tried to fight him?
Nope. He wouldn't have ran after Curtis.
You wouldn't have ran after Shaq? Or Apollo?
Oh. Okay. So you got the littlest guy out of the group and you bucking up. Whatever. It was trash.
Barbara is giving this a 7. Thank you, Barbara.
She
said she enjoyed it. Oh. All righty. Well, this has been our final recap for the season 11, episode 15, Toya and her royal court of Married to Medicine. We have a 3-part reunion coming up within the next 3 weeks. So part 1's reunion, I believe, will start next Sunday. So make sure you are tuned in to your TVs. Peacock, wherever you watch it, make sure you stream it, catch it, and be here with us next Tuesday to recap part 1 of the reunion of Married to Medicine season 11. Like we said earlier, we are live on both channels. I know we got some people that are new in the building since then. So please, if you can, go to both of our channels, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. Hit the like button on this video and any of our other videos, and also subscribe to our channel, and make sure you turn your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. We did recap Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 2 yesterday, hot dogs and hot mics. So make sure you go over and hit the like button over there. Shout out to the rewatch crew. Listen, y'all have been pouring in so much love and support, and we really, really, really appreciate each and every one of you for joining us on our recaps. We have so much fun together, and it would not be as much as fun as it is if you guys did not join us. So thank you so much. Did y'all see Tony say Tamar? Oh,
yes, I did. Now, are they starting up mess because their show is about to come back on, or is it real? I don't know. She said she tried to text her for her birthday. But my thing is, child, listen, not just blocking you.
What does Tony have done? It's Tony.
Now, you know Tony been messy.
Don't do my girl like that.
You know, that whole family is a hot, stinking mess. And they want to act like they pulled it together for Tracy. Tracy is up there down looking at them like, y'all still messy.
Shaking her head.
Shaking her head.
Shaking it. Well, yes, we did recap also the Braxton season 1, so they're coming back for a season 2 as well, so stay tuned with us for a season 2. I will be going live tomorrow to give a recap on Beauty and the Black that has been filming on Netflix. I want to say it's Tyler Perry's show, so I'm just going to give my few little thoughts and opinions on that tomorrow. So join me tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. as I give a little small recap on the first season of Beauty and Black. I really enjoyed the show. The acting, not so much, but the show and the...
Oh God, not the acting, not so much. No, it's a watch. It's a watch. So yeah, I gotta tune in if y'all didn't watch it yet, and because but you said that was an extension of part 1 because they came.
Yeah, so they did a part 1 and a part 2 for season 1. So I'm gonna go recap the full season.
Okay, good, nice. Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna give a full recap of the full season. So catch what you can tonight, and then join me tomorrow at 6 p.m. for that. Make sure you join Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva tonight around 8:30 for trending topics. She goes live every night, so join her tomorrow as well at 8 p.m. for trending topics. Also, if there are any shows that you guys are watching and that you would like us to tune into and recap, let us know down in the comment section. We are doing our research to try to find something else to recap while Married to Medicine is getting ready to end. So stay tuned with us. Diva's birthday is on this Friday, so make sure you show her some love. Send a super chat, send a happy birthday, send an appreciation, do anything. Support Auntie Diva. She comes up consistently almost every day and gives us entertainment. She does trending topics, shows, and everything. So please show support for her. I think we should do a show of maybe like a little 30-minute show of the looks for the reunion.
We can.
Okay. So stay tuned for that. We'll let you know when that is. Anything else?
No, that's everything.
Alrighty. I do have a goal of $5 tonight. So if you would like to send $5 for my birthday, feel free to do so. If not, I still love and appreciate each and every one of y'all. I believe that is, and T Jones gave this episode a 10. Okay.
Wow. All right, T Jones, you're a real Married to Medicine fan. For real, for real.
Listen.
Shout out to
you some of the things Mariah has been saying?
No, what did she say?
Mariah is over these girls. She feels like these girls are tearing her show down.
Well, they definitely have. It's in the gutter. But listen, respectfully, she said when Dr. Heavenly came, right, she was gonna drag the show down. She did say that, but
definitely said it.
but we will carry on.
We will. We will. Yeah, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for joining us.
Oh, teacher.
Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Thanks for our 10. Thanks for our 10.
Yes, rate us, people. Feel free to rate us, okay?
Rate us.
We won't be hurt. But feel free to rate us, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the worst, which ain't that thing, and 10 being the best, which is the thing. Let us know, okay? Happy early birthday. Yes, Auntie.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes,
guys.
yes.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tonight, 8:30. I'm going live
Love
until
y'all.
8:30. So I'll see y'all. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Bye.